Yeah, g'day guys. In this video you will discover how much does a new school playground really cost and what drives that cost up and down. So how much does a new school playground really cost? Just before we give you the numbers, we need to point out that there is so much more to a playground than just equipment. A playground properly planned and costed includes things like the design of the space, the site establishment and de-establishment, demolition, removal of topsoil and levelling and compacting of new base course, the supply and installation of equipment, safety surfacing and shade sails, landscaping and planting, project and site management. So with all this allowed for, as a guide, the typical school playground costs anywhere between $150,000 and $350,000. So the three key factors that influence the cost of a new playground are generally the type of equipment required, the access and condition of the existing environment, and the type of safety surfacing required. So let's take a look at the equipment and the questions you need to be asking that will influence the cost of the equipment. So what is the full height of the equipment? Very high equipment can lift the cost of the safety surfacing below. Can some existing equipment be reconfigured and reused or relocated? What play types do we actually need? Spinning, sliding, swinging, climbing, or even unprescribed play, to name a few. Are we replicating play types that are available elsewhere in the school? Are there long lead times on the equipment? Are there any hidden costs like freight and installation of the equipment? And what are the maintenance costs of the equipment for the next 10 years? Do we want off-the-shelf equipment, or do we want a playground unique to our school? Should we consider mounding and landscaping as well as equipment? Do we want another off-the-shelf playground, or could we turn this into a multi-purpose play and learning environment? And finally, do we want plastic and metal equipment, or do we want a more natural and sensory sort of look? So looking at the space where we want to build a new playground, a few questions to ask that will influence the cost would be: is there existing equipment and safety surfacing that needs to be removed and disposed of? Are there drainage issues that need to be addressed? Will there need to be retaining walls built or replaced? Are there existing trees and roots that need to be worked around? Are there services running under the space that will need to be allowed for? Is access okay for trucks and equipment? Will pedestrian access need to be worked around? And finally, will the project need to be completed in stages? When considering safety surfacing, we need to be asking, is creating an inclusive and wheelchair accessible space important to the school? Is ongoing maintenance like topping up bark or wood chips something we're okay with? Are loose safety surface material like bark chips, etc. going to affect the usability of adjacent spaces? Are mounds and topography play something we'd like to include? Do we want to eliminate all trip hazards around the perimeter of the playground and create a free-flowing site? Do we want to design opportunities to help tell a story or create a theme? And finally, do we want to blend multiple types of surfacing to minimise maintenance and create various sensory experiences? So thanks for watching, and hopefully now you have a better idea of what a new playground build really costs and what the factors are that influence that cost. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you next time.